Hi, this is Owen Madalena, and today I will be going over this landscape industry specific software called Realtime Landscape Architect. This industry specific software has many features that are not available in Dynascape or AutoCAD. For starters, it is not only available in 2D, but it also has a three-dimensional aspect in which you're able to view your design. It also has an extensive item library that we use to insert site amenities such as vehicles or lights. It, however, lacks shape tools, and the tools are object specific. For example, instead of drawing the walls of a house with lines, there's a house tool that builds the entire house automatically. There are also plant and landscape material tools, which allow you to insert perennials, annuals, shrubs, trees, and all sorts of landscape things such as retaining walls, patios, fire pits. On top of this, there is also three-dimensional tools such as the viewpoint and walkthrough, which allow you to show your client the project in a third dimension. There are three different ways to view the project, including the plan, the perspective, and the walkthrough tabs. I use the plan for 2D editing of patios, region, and plant. These are all things that typically you can understand from an aerial view, and you don't really need a third dimension to properly edit them. However, for things such as the roof, the windows, plant size, lighting, and house, I needed the 3D perspective tab because these aren't things you can really edit with only an aerial view of the landscape. The walkthrough tab allows us to take a three-dimensional video of our landscape design. To create this video, we can change the time of day and the X, Y, and Z coordinates of the points of the video. This tool is useful because it allows us to show our clients the entire landscape at multiple points of time during the day in a short, comprehensive video. As I mentioned earlier, we also have the item library, which we use to insert site amenities, such as these two shown below. The library included all kinds of things such as vehicles and furniture that you can see here, lighting, and even things such as golf balls. One of the nice things about this item library is that you can edit the color and features of many of the items. The table and chairs shown below used to have a blue countertop and seats, but I changed the material so that it can match the deck. Using the site amenities in this library help add scale and purpose to different areas in a landscape design. The biggest differences between Realtime Landscape Architect and other softwares such as AutoCAD or Dynascape is that it uses object-specific tools instead of shape tools. Because this is a landscape industry-specific software, the house tools and other object-specific tools were relatively simple and easy to use, as the real focus of the project is the landscape around the house. For example, to edit the roof, all you had to do was click on the footprint of the roof and it would automatically change the style. Softwares such as Revit, which I used in high school, are able to go a lot more into detail with things such as the roof and the architecture of the house. However, the trade-off is that they're a lot harder to use, and for projects like this, where the landscape is the focus, details like that are not necessarily important. Either way, this tool was able to accomplish a lot. We used it to build the house, we used it to build regions, which could be used for lawns or mulch beds and much more. We also used it for the patios. Similar to Dynascape, Realtime Landscape Architect also had a list of plants pre-downloaded into the software. Although Realtime Landscape Architect had a smaller list of plants available to use, you were able to do more with the plants, such as see them in the third dimension and edit their age or size. Realtime had ultra-res plants and models of plants. The ultra-res plants were very realistic, but they also took up a lot more storage, so we stuck to the models. The plant schedule for Realtime included a symbol of the plant that you would see in the two-dimensional drawing, the quantity of the plant, the botanical name, and the common name. And although you are limited by the selection of plants that they provide, you are able to make custom plants. So you can select a plant that looks similar to your desired one and just rename it so that if you would like it to appear on the plant schedule, you can. We used the viewpoint tool to make a two-dimensional printout of our project look more attractive to a client. As you can see, we included different views of the front entrance. You can see it at both day and night, and the fire pit during the day and the night. Adding this media into your print allows a client to have an easier time visualizing what the final product will look like. To conclude, I would say this is a good software for landscape contractors to use. It's amazing for showing your custom product that you designed in 2 and 3 dimensions. And although I personally wouldn't use this software to submit architectural drawings that you would need to get a permit, it does have a lot of industry-specific features that make it an attractive option to create a product to show to your clients. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more content.